I distinctly remember saying, stop the bus. Yes, stop the bus. Not shoot the bus. I'm very particular with my words. Stop. Shoot. Stop. Shoot. Do those words sound the same?
But it got out of control.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
It got out of control.
Got out of control. I hate when things get out of control. Oh! One fucking job, but you couldn't fucking do that! And I got blood on my fucking shoes. At least there's a silver lining. You didn't completely fuck it up. Get up, boy. I recognize those eyes anywhere. I'm so sorry about this. This was supposed to be... well, not this. We have a party waiting for you, but I don't think I know your name. Who is this? Hmm? Is this your +1? Strong, silent type. I like it. I am terribly embarrassed about all of this. This was supposed to be very simple, but you know, if you give food to monkeys, they just throw their shit at each other. You know? Oh, would you hold this? For just a moment, I want to get a little picture right into the camera. There we are. Awesome. Don't worry about a thing, my boy. This will soon be behind us, and we'll be off on our grand adventure. Because I have cleared my calendar for you. You and I are gonna tear shit up!
Should I stay or should I go?
Hey guys, Viper here, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be reviewing Far Cry 4, a game I have been looking forward to a lot. Now this is a next generation game, I can promise you this, and I'm going to start off by talking about the graphics. I'm going to move on towards the amount of things you can do, how it varies to Far Cry 3, whether it's too similar, etc, etc. So let's start off by talking about the graphics. Now, the visuals in this game are insane. I have never seen a game with such pretty graphics. Yes, pretty graphics. This is truly a next generation game. I think a PS3 or an Xbox 360 would struggle to run this on the type of, hardware that it currently has. Now, this game is available on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. So, let's talk about the PC graphics, because that's what I've got. I'm a PC gamer. The PC graphics are insane. I'm running the game on high settings, 75 FPS or more. The game is very well optimized, and the visuals are insane. You can check out explosions, the view distance is crazy, and you can even see bullets dropping from your gun. That's how great this game is. The graphics in this game are truly mind-blowing. Now let's move on to something a bit more different. Is the game a bit too similar to Far Cry 3, you ask? If you're wondering why I say this, it's because it kind of feels like it's too much the same of Far Cry 3. The shooting mechanics, the, animations, the hunting, the skinning, everything is a bit too similar. Now, Far Cry 3 was an amazing game. In the whole Far Cry series, I'd say Far Cry 3 and Far Cry 4 are probably the best sellers. They actually are the best sellers according to statistics. Now, Far Cry 2, on the other hand, you would die of malaria every time, so it's not really worth your time. Now, Far Cry 3, it was very good, and Far Cry 4 is even better, but it's a bit too similar. If you were looking for a change in Far Cry 3 to Far Cry 4, besides the campaign, as in animations, shooting mechanics, even more, then it probably isn't the game for you. But if you're a new Far Cry, player, and you haven't played any of them before, I'd recommend Far Cry 4 110%. Now, Far Cry isn't a game like Assassin's Creed, where the story is continuous, like Assassin's Creed 1, 2, 3, etc. it's actually much more different. Far Cry 1 has a different story to number 2, to number 3, to number 4, and so on. You get my drill. Now, the game is very good. Like I said before, I'm getting a bit repetitive, but I enjoy the game a lot. The graphics are great, and it's a bit too similar to Far Cry 3, but if you have hated the series and you don't think that you're ever gonna play Far Cry, I'd say that this is the game that's gonna turn you around and say, hey, Far Cry is a pretty damn good series. Now, I love the game a lot. It's a very good next-generation game. It really does prove that by the type of gameplay, the type of mechanics it has, and the engine especially. The graphics really do represent a next-generation game. Now, the gameplay. It is very smooth. The shooting mechanics and the animations is very good. It's very smooth how it runs, and I would highly recommend it. It's definitely a game you want to check into. Now, the shooting mechanics are not exactly a regular first-person shooters, whereas Far Cry 4 is a first-person shooter. It's not a game like Call of Duty or Black Ops. Okay, that's the same thing. It's not a game like Call of Duty or Battlefield, where it's only about guns, it's only about aiming. Far Cry has got a lot more things that you need to think about. You need to know about tactics, you need to know about strategy. It's a lot more difficult than just going in, running, gunning, because the AI in this game, believe it or not, is actually very good. They've been revamped to a next-generation engine, and they are extremely more difficult to take down. So, would you recommend this game, you ask? I'd have to recommend this game. I'd give it a 9.5 out of 10 for the graphics. There's so many things to do, and so on. But before we finish the video off, I'm going to tell you a bit more about the graphics. The graphics are great, okay? I've said that before. And you can see every small detail. Ubisoft really pulled out all the stops for this game. You can see every single detail, literally. You can see leaves moving, you can see footsteps, you can see bullets, explosions, everything, you name it, you will see in this video game. Now, a lot of people have been telling me that they think that there's not enough to do in Far Cry 4. That's nonsense. There is enough to do. Now, let's take an example. I'm just going to a main mission and then I see a pop-up on the minimap. I've never played the game and gone more than 100 meters without seeing a pop-up that I want to go to. Whether it's saving a group of rebels, whether it's rescuing some hostages, taking over an outpost, or liberating a tower, there's always something to do in this game. It's truly an amazing experience comparing to Far Cry 3, whereas it's your main mission, it's task after task after task. It is insane. It is very well made. Considering that there are so many things to do, I am so surprised that the game is so well optimized. Look at Assassin's Creed Unity. That game, on the other hand, isn't very well optimized. That got me thinking, would I really play Far Cry 4 if I'm getting 25 FPS, which is what I do get on Assassin's Creed Unity, believe that or not, on medium settings? I would say I would not want to buy another Ubisoft game because I wasted $60 on a crappy title. Now let's touch a bit on the storyline, because Ubisoft games are not very much known for multiplayer games or co-op. Although there is co-op on Far Cry 4, I haven't tried it out, so I cannot say if it's good or bad. Now, the single player is extremely great. I like it a lot. You feel immersed, you feel like you're in the story. The characters are very nice, you feel like you're one with them, if that makes any sense. The writing is very well done and it's extremely good. Now, with all the visuals combined, all the things to do, and the amazing storyline, you really feel like you are on this amazing island in the Middle East or India, wherever it is. You feel like you are part of the actual game. You really do think that you're part of it. It's extremely well written, the characters are extremely nice, and there's a lot of things that you can do where you can choose whether you want to do one mission or another. There's a lot of cool things in the game. It's similar to Far Cry 3, but it's extremely good. Now, there's also a system where you can learn skills, where you can craft things, and where you can buy things. This is also pretty much exactly like Far Cry 3. You get certain XP points and you can spend them on certain talents like skills, and you get certain animal skins like elephant, minyar, pine tree. I think that's an animal in this game. I don't know if I even pronounced that correctly, but you can even do that. You can get that skin and you can craft, say, a bigger wallet, a bigger loot bag. So there's a lot of things to do in the game. In an overall summary, I'd give it a 9.5 out of 10, as I mentioned before. It's got extremely good graphics. The amount of things to do is extremely good and extremely high. There's a big range of things that you can do in the game. The optimization for the video game is insane. I've never seen a Far Cry this well optimized. The storyline is great, you feel like you're immersed with the characters. Lots of things will happen, you'll get attacked by a rhino and you won't even know what's happening, so you'll chuck grenades at him like you're seeing in the clip above. But anyway guys, 9.5 out of 10. Way too similar to Far Cry 3. Extremely good graphics, lots of things to do, immersive storyline. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you in the next one.